Hey everybody, Unstable Gamer here, and welcome back to another Marvel Strike Force video. In this video, I decided to go ahead and show what my Blitz rotation is and what my favorite I'm calling them cookie cutter, non-cookie cutter teams. So you have all these synergistic teams, and I don't like using that term with some of these ones that I'm using because there's still synergy. So these pre-made teams really are all over the place, but there's a few non-pre-made teams that I really enjoy in Blitz, so I figured I would show them. But first, before we get into that, if you're just now finding this channel and you want to stay up to date with this and other games, consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out. All right, and welcome back. So I'm just going to run through my Blitz rotation here with the current Blitz, going to point out some things about some teams that I really enjoy playing with. And I figured we just, have some fun kind of running through this. So obviously, so the way I have this set up, if I go into change team, I will just typically work from the bottom on up once I get to the higher ends of Blitz. So I just work through there. So the Fury team, I mean, that's a no-brainer, but that's a cookie cutter team. This team here, so the Wakandans, without having Shuri in there, they make a pretty good Blitz team. I throw in Kingpin there because Kingpin has a defense up, which activates the abilities of the other Wakandans there whenever defense up is thrown up. So I like that. That's been pretty fun to play with. You got the Kree with Minerva. Minerva is good with pretty much every team, but I throw her in on this one. And then one of my favorite non-cookie cutter teams, so all the way from like months and months and months and months ago when I put my first Blitz team video together, my Brawler team, the Brawler team was my favorite, and it kind of went to the wayside a little bit because all these characters that you used in the Brawl team was going into their own pre-made squad, like Spider-Verse and Guardians of the Galaxy and things like that. So now we have a good team of brawlers here with America Chavez. Deadpool is always there. He doesn't really fit into anything else, really. I mean, he's got the synergy with Cable and with Storm, but he's really kind of on his own, in my opinion. You've got Captain Marvel. She's fantastic. She does great in war, but she's awesome here as a hero brawler. And then you have Gamora. So I removed Gamora from the Guardians of the Galaxy team, and I put Mantis in that one, and it still works out really well. And then obviously you have Miss Marvel that just pulls everything together. So that's a fantastic team to play around with. This is going to be interesting. So we have the Spider-Verse team. Obviously it's one of those cookie cutter teams, but this team might be dismantled a little bit because of the Sinister Six that's coming out. Now, if that happens, you're going to pull out Green Goblin, and you know what? I almost want to throw in Spider-Man in place of Gamora and put Gamora back into the Guardians of the Galaxy team. So I'm kind of wondering what this team will be left with. We may be coming up with a different team makeup with these characters like Venom and Carnage and Miles here. All right, next. I'm going to go ahead and skip this one here because I have these characters in a different team that I really enjoy. All right, you got the Power Armor team, cookie cutter team right now. I don't know who that fifth character is supposed to be or even if there's going to be a fifth character there, but this is an offensive team for war. Makes a good Blitz team as well. What I do is I throw Captain America on that team, except Captain America obviously has synergies with Avengers, and then you've got the synergy between Iron Man and Captain America. You've got the synergy between War Machine and Iron Man as well, and then obviously you have the synergy of, just all the other Power Armor characters in there. So makes for a fun team. I'd be interested to know who you put in here for your fifth character, as well as who you put in here on the Wakandan team if you use them in Blitzes at all. Who you put in that fifth spot until Shuri comes to play. I'm all set to unlock her, so Kingpin's going to be without a home for a little bit. And then obviously we have the Defenders team. That'll be interesting once Sinister Six comes out because that seems to be a direct counter to the Defenders team here. So they may be knocked down a little bit. We'll see. And then this year, so this is the Apex Arena team. I've done a couple videos on this team here. If you haven't seen it, I'll go ahead and link them up a couple times right over there. And you can go ahead and take a look at that. Ultimately, I'm a little unimpressed, and I think that I think that's probably intentional. I think that this team is probably not going to come together until you have Phoenix. And even then, probably not until you get this team higher leveled up. 7 stars across the board, maybe some red stars sprinkled in there. Their gear tier up there and everything. So as far as this Apex Arena team, I'm underwhelmed. But I will be interested to know or watch some videos of some people out there who are going to unlock Phoenix this first time around and see how well she pulls this team together. Obviously, you have Guardians of the Galaxy, and then you have the Brotherhood here. You know, another team that I've had a lot of fun with is this one right here. You have Vision and Scarlet Witch, and then you have these 3 right there. That's a lot of fun to play around with as well. Those are my main ones, really, that get me up through the higher levels of Blitz. So what I want to do now is I just want to take you into Blitz and show you how those other teams work out, those non-cookie cutter teams, how they work out on the battlefield and how I play them. All right, power levels are pretty well are going to be pretty well matched here. Once you get up to the higher levels of Blitz, you run into a ton of defenders teams. I'm sure you know. So let's see, where do I want to go? I'm just going to go with this team here. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into here right now. I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to start working on Daredevil just to get him out of the way. He does quite a bit of damage. Him and Quake is really where I start. All right, just start whittling them down. I like this team works really well together. A lot of synergy. Here we go with the defense up right here. You're going to see Killmonger here go straight for Daredevil. It's just cool how this team works. All right, so then we're going to go on to... We're charged up, so let's go ahead and do this. Do some massive damage. We're going to get some attack by Deadpool there. And let's go ahead and take her out of the picture. And this, I like this attack here. Attack primary target, chain for 5. I can't chain to 5 there. Damage 3 times. We only got 1 charge on there, but I'm just gonna do this anyway. Take that out. Oh, hey, and we got the crit, so we do the AoE damage there, which is pretty nice. And then we take him out. So not bad. I think really the challenge with this team here is just the main characters, the Wakandan characters. Other than Black Panther, they just aren't farmable. This team here, I'm going to go up to this team up here just because they're a lot of fun to play around with. So I like this team here. Let's go ahead and jump into this one. We got some Kree. We got a mishmash there. And then a mishmash there. So what do we want to do? They're all 153s. You know what? Let's go ahead with this team right here. So this team, I love playing so much only because there is so much AoE damage and everything with this team. So I'm going to go ahead and do that taunt right there. I'm going to do this. I love this because of the bleed effect and the clear positive effect. So we're going to do that. Get rid of all that. Nice bleeds up there. And then I immediately follow up with this one so that so that you extend the negative effects duration by an additional turn. So we're going to do that. And then we got this AoE here. So we'll do that. And then I'm going to go ahead back there and get maximum damage for this ability right here. All right, we're going to go ahead and clear some positive effects with that. Let's see, who needs to be stopped? You know what? Let's see, this guy back here, should be able to clear. Yeah, we cleared one of those guys. Now I love this. This is kind of that healing piece, that deflect piece that Scarlet Witch does. That is just absolutely awesome. Do I want to go for him? No, I don't want to go for him yet. Let's see if we can get rid of the cyborg with that. Not yet, but this I love. Let's get rid of a few other ones right there. All right, and then let's just go ahead and clear. Let's get her out of there. And then this, get the offense down. That way the counter has less effect. Anyway, so this is just a fun team to play around with as well. I just love how they work together. I love the AoE. I like the deflect, all that stuff. And there we go. Plus, you get the extra block for with Captain America being on the team with some Avengers. But let's go ahead and plug in this Brawler team. Then we can go ahead and wrap this up. America Chavez, I really like her. She's a lot of fun. All right, so who do we have here? Pretty even team there with the defenders. Should we try that? I may be asking for it, but let's go ahead and try it. What's the power? So pretty even right there across the board. So let's go check it out. All right, so immediately I always start with Iron Fist. Let's get him out of the way. You know what? I would even do this. But we got Minerva there as well, so we got to get her taken care of quickly. Actually, I should have got rid of her first, so I already messed that up. Let's go ahead and get rid of those death proofs there. And then do this. Now we're going to hopefully get Minerva out. I may have messed it up by not going for Minerva first. So we will see. She's already used her revive. Let's see if we do enough damage with Gamora here to get rid of her. Almost. And we're going to go ahead and do this and get rid of that. All right, so we're out there. I think we may have saved it. Let's go ahead and do this. So we've got, I like this attack from her. 250% damage plus 50% per hero brawler. So that's this whole team. So we're going to work on getting Daredevil out of the way now. Okay, well, I was hoping Daredevil had less health than Cage did. However, that worked out okay. Boom, done. And there we go. So even though I messed up on that first attack, so always, whenever you go up against a team with Minerva, I would always focus on her first, because you can't always recover like that, but we recovered pretty well. So again, Brawler team is again my favorite team. Let's go ahead and do that, get an extra attack in there. And there we go. Very nice. Nice finish there, people. All right. And there you go, everybody. That's what I had to show you today. Just my favorite non-cookie cutter, non-pre-made team, Blitz teams. I'd really be interested to know what your favorite teams are. We always have all these synergistic and cookie cutter teams to go to. But what are your favorite teams that you can just mix and match together that aren't part of an original team? I'd really like to hear from you. As always, I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch the video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button and share your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. Take care, everyone, and we'll talk to you next time.